Guys, it's coffee time. Ah, delicious. I spent all day today, all day painting and gluing, so much gluing. I have glue like all over me. It's a problem. And it's super glue too, which is like so bad if you get it on your skin. Like if you were to accidentally glue two pieces of skin together with super glue, especially like the advanced formula super glue, you have to do like all these crazy steps in order to get your skin separated. It's no fun at all. Fortunately, I haven't had that problem yet. But it does, like, if you get a bunch of it on you, then your skin starts, like, bunching up in really weird ways. I've been, like, picking at it all day. Because, of course, first thing this morning, I was like, alright, I have super glue. I'm going to start gluing the gauntlets together. So I started, like, gluing all of the gauntlet stuff together. But because everything is form-fitting, you have to wear it while you're attaching it, which is dumb. So when you're wearing it, you're like trying to glue it on there with this super intense glue because none of the other glues are working. And then it seeps through the fabric and gets on your skin. Dumb. Dummy. So I've had to figure out a way to not do that today. But those first couple of times when I was like, alright, how do I do this? There were some problems. Also, I ran out of glue. I had two of these and one of these because, you know, leftover stuff from props. I had all those, and I still ran out of glue, and I looked at the clock, and I was like, okay, it's 10:30. What's the likelihood that Rite Aid is still open? So I went to look and see if Rite Aid was still open, and it was like, I close at 11. And I was like, alright, cool, I've got plenty of time. So I went to Rite Aid. Turns out that I did not bring my wallet, but fortunately I had just enough $1 bills from all my corner time. I had just enough $1 bills to be able to buy one more bottle of super glue. I'm like, this better be all I need, man. If it isn't, I don't know what I'm gonna do. So hopefully that's all I need. That would be the best. I've been doing it all day, going so hard. Although I was able to get Korean barbecue. Oh man, you need to be washed out before. Acrylic paint is actually a plastic paint, so once it dries, it turns into a plastic, which is why you never want your brushes to dry with acrylic on them, because it is almost impossible to get it out. Like, it solidifies in a way where you can kind of pick it out, but it's like sticky plastic nonsense that just hardens and makes you so angry. So if you ever have to work with acrylics, always wash out your brushes. Always wash out your brushes, especially if they're really expensive brushes. I have, from theater painting, I have these huge like boar brushes. When you get them wet, they smell really funny, but you had to wash those out like immediately because otherwise everything would go wrong. It was so upsetting. So I would take forever washing out my boar brushes because I was so scared. Do you want to see one of my boar brushes? I bet. It sounds like it's super interesting. It's not, but I'm going to prove to you. Hi, kitty. What are you doing? Yeah. So this is a boar brush. It smells kind of funny even when it's not wet. But specifically when it's wet, it smells super funny. This is a 3-inch boar brush. They have bigger ones and smaller ones, and they're super soft, and they're very good for flat painting. Now you know. Know all of these things now. I only have one piece of the costume left to do. It is not quite 11:30. I only have one piece of the costume left to do, and then I just have to distress the whole outfit in general. Like I've done a lot of distressing on just the pieces, but not to the unitard itself. I ripped out, there's a place where I wanted it ripped. I did a bunch of research today because I wasn't sure if it was canonical for a ghost suit to be able to rip, right? Because what's it made out of? It's a spacesuit. Can you actually rip it? Would that even make sense? I didn't see it ripped except for in a couple of places, and nothing that was canonical, unfortunately, but I was like, well, I'm already taking a lot of liberties with this costume. Here's why. Part of the armor is broken. Like, I had designed that some of the armor would be broken, and I thought that it would be really cool for some of it, for some of the actual suit, not like in like, oh, it happens to be torn right where my boobies are. No, no, no. But like in the shoulder area where the other shoulder piece would be, I wanted that to be ripped out. So I was like, what if it can't be ripped? What if, like, canonically it can't be ripped? So I was, like, looking everywhere trying to figure out if that was a thing. And nothing said no. So I just went for it. But I have to do all of the, like, actual visual distressing of it. And then, that'll be pretty much done, man. So I just need to make sure that, I have extra glue and extra paint with me so that I can do touch-ups if I need to, because who knows what's going to happen while it's in that bag. But if I can take all of that stuff with me, like all of my paint and everything, if I can put it in my bag and have it not get thrown out, that would be fabulous. I'll have to figure out how to do that. I would have to check my bag. I couldn't, like, it couldn't be a carry-on. That's the sucky part. I probably couldn't have a carry-on anyway, though. It would probably need to be like a full-on bag, you know? Yes? Yeah. I think that would have to be a thing. Because I have like the whole costume and everything's gonna have to be very gingerly placed in there to make sure that nothing gets ruined. Oh my god, if we got there and everything was just like broken. If they had searched through my bag. Oh, don't search through my bag. Don't search through my bag, okay? Because it make me really upset if any of my armor is broken, so just don't do it. Fortunately, nothing's like super bulky except for the boots. The boots are the bulkiest part, and my favorite part is the gauntlets, and they're super small. So I'm just kind of like, it'll be fine. Fingers crossed. I hope it'll be fine. So I'm just doing the last of that, and watching Futurama, and hanging out with the kitters, because he is going to lose his mind when I'm gone for, I don't think that I've been gone for this long while I've had him. So I think he's just going to be like, what? What happened? Did I tell you guys that Crisscross is staying with us right now? He is. He's awesome. He's staying with us right now, and I think he's here until Thursday. So I'm so glad, because pretty much everybody that's here, like that doesn't live here, is going to be gone by the time I get back from this trip, which is kind of sad. So I've had to say like last goodbyes to so many people, but Chris will still be here. He will still be here for a few days. Whew. Thank goodness. Yeah, that's pretty much all I've been doing, man. Just working on costume stuff. I talked to my mom for a long time today. Talked to my dad a little bit about diodes, because he and I are geeks. And I was actually, I love talking about electronic stuff with my dad, because we communicate really well. Every now and then, it feels kind of like we're both saying the same thing, but saying it in different ways, and we don't realize it. Like, you know when that slowly dawns on you when you're having a conversation with somebody and you keep repeating the same thing and they're repeating the same thing, and then slowly you realize, are we maybe saying the same thing? Is that maybe a thing? Oh, man. My costume isn't gonna light up. I will let you down on that right away. Although, I really like this costume. I think that I might, like, expand on it. If I ever wear this to a convention, I think I'll make it light up, because I gotta. My coworker Dar came over, and he was looking at what I've done so far, and he was like, this is kind of intense. Like, this is a lot of work on one costume, considering that you weren't entirely aware you were going to be building it. I was like, yeah. But I can't look back. I can't look back now. I have to go forward. I have to go forward and rock it out. Let's hope. I think that it's going to be awesome, though. I really, like, I'm getting overly attached to it, which is a good sign. So I hope that you guys love it as much as I do. I don't know how long it's going to be before the calendar is, like, made. But again, I will be making coffee time, or at least, like, vlogging while I'm there, so you guys can see some stuff. I won't be able to show you guys, like, costumes and things, because that's not fair to them. But, I will probably be like, these are the girls I'm with, and here we are, and it's super fun here in South Carolina. I've never been to South Carolina. It will be my first time in that state. Woohoo! Anywho, I'm gonna go, but I hope you guys had an awesome day, and I will talk to you again tomorrow. Okay, bye-bye. Mwah!